Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Today we have the brand new Volkswagen Tiguan. I think it's a very nice, subtle upgrade over the past generation. I've got to say, these compact SUVs are getting to be incredibly roomy in the back here. You can fit a lot of stuff. I do like how you have the seat latches right here, and you do have some power. I believe the floor comes up as well. It does. And you have a spare space saver. Most manufacturers are starting to do away with spare tires, so it's nice to see that. Of course, this is not a hybrid. The hatch goes down fairly quickly. I do like the wheels. 19-inch wheel. For a lot of these economy cars, which it's hard to say these are economy cars at this price point, and this being an SE with a convenience package coming with a moonroof is, I would say, $37,000. But it is what it is. That is the economy class of SUVs these days. I'd prefer an 18. I just think it's a cheap and easy way to gain a little bit of comfort. But I like the body lines of this. Overall, I do like it in this color. Let's see how I fit in the back. Move my backpack out of the way. I do like the door materials. I kind of like this, I don't even know what you'd want to call it. It's almost like their signature golf ball style, but just a little dimply. But it's everything soft touch except for where you want it to be plastic. Interesting little design over here. It does not look like the seats recline at all. You have your ISOFIX for the baby seats, child seats. Let's see how I fit. To be expected, plenty of room back here. I'm 6'1", 205 pounds. You have ventilation back here. You have a useless little cubby back here, and you do have a couple charge ports. Door's got a nice thud to it. I like that. As I said, panoramic sunroof back here. It's very roomy, very roomy. Again, I'm 6 foot, 205 pounds. I do like the cup holders. I like how they do this where you have the cup holders in the center so they're actually usable. A lot of vehicle manufacturers will put the cup holders on the side. You put your cup back here and you can't actually use it. This is nice, and it's also nice that it doesn't just flop straight to the seat below it, which means this is a usable cup holder. I like that. It's the little things. You do have two map pockets back here. Again, it's just a nice vehicle. I believe this gets about 26 miles to a gallon combined. I like the LEDs. I don't know how much I like this, but it almost looks like when you're looking at the front grille, it almost could pass as an electric vehicle. You might love that, you might hate that. I personally am indifferent. I think it looks kind of cool. Now up front here is where things get really interesting. Again, I'm 6'1", 205 pounds. And one thing that I really truly enjoy is just how much space is up here. I like the fact that my elbow can fit firmly over here. There's enough room. For this class, this makes sense. There is plenty of padding on the door over here. The whole door, well, this is a little bit hard plastic, but or hard leather, whatever that's supposed to be. And it is interesting, the paint. For whatever reason, it's something you don't notice as much until you get into Volkswagens. I like it though, I do. I like the interior of this. Everything seems to fit nice. A weird, I don't know if weird's the word, it's interesting the way they do this. I don't know if I like this or not. This is ratcheting. The reason it's ratcheting is because you can adjust it to wherever you want it to be while you're driving, and that's nice, and you can even pull it out. It is just an interesting spot because where you're expected to be just a regular center console, this is removable, and it's a pass-through, so you can't ever really fully close it. And it's just okay. You got plenty of room, plenty of storage. I can fit my big cup in here. Obviously my big cup tapers down, but it gives you an idea even still. Can I fit it in the door? I can. That's important because when you're on a road trip, which if you are like me, you'll be on many, it's nice to be able to have the cup holders over here for your coffee or whatever for the road, and then you can store the bigger water down there. I do like that. Nowhere seemingly for me to put my sunglasses though. I don't know what to make of that. This is where it gets interesting. I do like the way it's laid out, kind of. I'm a little indecisive about it. One, because this looks a little bit old. This all looks a bit new. And it's just a weird little blend. It's not like that cool retro where things are kind of blending together, the new and old school. It's just kind of, you forgot to update your steering wheel. I still like it. It's just, it's interesting. And you have your gear selector over here where you just, all you're doing is toggling. That's all you're doing is toggling. It's nice, it works. Backup camera is okay. I don't know if I'd really ever care to use that lens. I don't know if you can see that. But I would probably keep it there. That works fine for me. You can turn off all your parking assistance and all that crap here. Sorry, not crap. All the stuff. You can turn off whatever you need for your parking distance control, your exit warning system, maneuver braking, road traffic. You can control it all right here from the camera view. Park is just hit the little button and it goes right back. This is where things are fun, right? So instead of giving you physical climate controls, which they did in the past, people just complained because it was this capacitive touch that it's not the best, right? Everybody wants to be able to just drive and reach over and hit your climate or hit your audio, which you can do your audio control from right here. You have your volume that also controls your drive modes, and that's nice. But what I want control. I want physical buttons. I do like how the same way the Subaru, they left it so it's, you know, immediately accessible. So if you want to hit your heated seats, it's right there. Your rear defrost, right there. Your front defrost, it's easy to figure out. I like buttons. Regardless, you can go into your screen here for your climate control, and you have different options, right? You hit smart, or if you want to just, you know, if you want to clear your windshield, your feed, your what. It's laid out very easy to understand. I don't know how much I love it. You have your auto climate control. You can control your fan speed here. It's just a lot to go through in order to get to this, I think, personally. It's something, could I get used to it? Sure. It's just, it's a lot. I'd rather just have a dial. Seems like that worked. It worked really, really great. It was nice. But it's basically like working off an iPad, like most vehicles are. Except for in most vehicles, you don't have an experience button. You change this to whatever you want. This will change the radio. It'll change the ambient lighting. However you're feeling, if you just want to relax and lounge or you're feeling joyful, this has a mood and an experience for you. That is different. That is definitely not something I've experienced before. Then you have your drive modes. This is pretty standard for everything across the board, or most vehicles across the board, so there's really nothing crazy to talk about there. You do have wireless connectivity for your iPhone or Android. The audio system in this is fine. It's, you know, there's nothing to really write home about, but it's fine. It does the job. It's a little bit better than I think it's a little bit better than what comes in the GLI, sadly, but it's true. Yeah, overall, I think that this is a nice vehicle. I think that this is something, if you're buying something for your family, you're not going to really go wrong with it. I definitely think that you should shop around and add this to your list. It would be, you know, when you're looking at your CRVs and your RAV4s, I think it's competitive. And I wanted to choose this trim because I feel like this is the trim most people are going to end up with. This is the SE. It's got some kind of convenience package so you can have your moonroof, which is important to talk about because also capacitive touch. It's very slow. This moves back very slow. But you can stop it, thankfully. And then your moonroof functions are also capacitive touch. If you really want to move, have your moonroof go up, you just have to touch it once and it'll go up. You want to have it come back down, push it in. You want to slide it all the way. It's very self-explanatory the way it works. Again, I'd rather have buttons. I guess I'm 90 here. I'm a very old person trapped in a younger person's body. I don't love it. I wish that it was buttons. I feel like it's going to get gross up there, or if your fingers are a little wet or whatever it goes, because you get your drink over here and next thing you're touching that and your moonroof's opening while it's raining out. I don't know if I'd love that. I don't know. I could also be making that up. That might not ever happen. Let me know if that's ever happened to you. But let's go off for a quick drive. I did drive it here, obviously, and I did drive on the highway a little bit. It's very nice. Volkswagens are a little interesting in the way that their transmissions work. Volkswagens are a little interesting with their transmissions. Some of their cars, they can be a little jumpy for a lot of people. It's not necessarily a huge factor for me, but it is something to consider when you're going out for a drive. Actually drive it, see how you feel. This is not like a lot of the cars in its class that come with a CVT transmission, where those tend to be a little bit smoother because, well, there's no real gears to deal with. I don't mind it. I think it's fine. You hear this bump, this rocky road. Does a good job of soaking everything up. As you can see, I'm in comfort mode because I feel like most people who buy this are going to be commuting in it, and if you're going to commute in it, you're probably going to want to leave it comfortable. I do like the steering wheel. I do like the flat bottom. It's a nice touch. It goes pretty good. It does. It's not terribly loud in the cab. Is it the quietest thing in the world? No, but it's livable for sure. I like the steering feel in this. It's very light, but it's direct. I think if I were in the market for a family vehicle, a crossover, or a smaller SUV, or whatever we're going to put this in under as, all of the above, I think that this would be a very strong contender. Like I said, there are some things that I wish were a little different, mainly as it pertains to this. I wish that it wasn't everything was controlled by the screen. I don't love that. I think a lot of manufacturers, some manufacturers that have been stuck in this are starting to kind of come back a little bit, but then you see Volkswagen and now even Mazda with the new CX-5s are starting to, they're going away. They're going to the dark side here when it comes to the way they've got their technology implemented, and I don't love it. But hey, it is what it is. It's the way the industry is. Everybody's in the tech race here, trying to put out the fanciest vehicle they can while also trying to manage their price point. Overall, I think this does a great job. Overall, it's very comfortable. I live in New England. I live in southern Massachusetts. I do a lot of road trips to Maine that are about 3.5 hours. I wouldn't have any issues with driving this at all. I did experience the cruise control a little bit on the highway, the adaptive, and the lane keep, and it does real well. I'd say it's up there. It's not, I think maybe Kia Hyundai is a little bit better. I mean, those are really good, but this is very good as well. Now, overall, it's quiet in here. I know I'm only doing 40, but it wasn't dramatically different on the highway for me either. Yeah, I would say overall, this is a great vehicle. This has been a really short, but I hope informative video with driven discourse. I hope that I've helped you in some way. And I hope you subscribe. It costs you nothing, and I'll try to bring you better content every day.